Going to be playing a budget Izzet aggro deck. The primary win condition for this deck is going to be Sprite Dragons that I'm running the full playset of, trying to get them out early, play a whole bunch of 1 and 2 drop spells such as Shock, Opt, Miscast, Frantic Inventory, and so on. Pump up the Sprite Dragons, and kill their creatures. Hopefully just kill their face. Hopefully they don't have flyers. But, I do have animals in my house, and they'll probably be making noises. Sorry about that. Hi, Lexi. My dog wants to know who I'm talking to on the computer. Alright, we want to kill that aspirant pretty quickly. That's fine. Going for the aspirant over the speaker. The aspirant's going to pump the speaker faster than the speaker himself will. Going to do the same thing to Linden. Awesome, another Sprite Dragon. I've actually had a really hard time lately getting my Sprite Dragons in my early draws, and I've just flooded out or been stuck with a whole bunch of counter spells and no reason to cast them because it doesn't advance me any closer to winning the game. They end up with so many creatures on the board that I quickly get taken over and can't do anything with it. Hopefully I can draw a land here. Nope. You can see how quickly, with just a couple of 1 and 2 drop spells, the opponent's life total reduces in a hurry. Alright, there is another Luminarch Aspirant and Luris. We've got to do something pretty quick here. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so we only need to cast 3 spells, and I think this is going to do it. They do have 1 mana up still. Alright. 2 damage to any target, straight to the face. Let's see what they do here. Do they have any answers? Nope. They're just gonna die. Alright, so that's how quickly the deck can work. When it works very well. However, lately I've had a hard time finding the Sprite Dragons and the Stormwing entities, like I said. Try to record another game and see how we do this time. The reason it's a budget Izzet deck is because there's really not a lot of rare or mythic rare in the deck. I think the only mythic I have actually is 1 copy of Brazen Borrower that I got in a draft. Everything else is common or uncommon, and then a couple of lands that are rare again that I got in a draft. Alright, no Sprite Dragon this time, but the mana fixing looks really good, so I'm going to keep it. Alright, looks like a Graveyard Recursion deck. There's our 1 copy of Brazen Borrower. It's so funny how I can draw this consistently almost every game, and yet I have a really hard time finding my Sprite Dragons early. What do we want to take here? Well, probably dismiss that. That'll lose the Infernal Scarring, so they won't get to draw the card. I'm going to save the Shock. Don't really want to kill any of their creatures because 1, they're on a Graveyard Recursion deck. 2, it looks like a lot of their cards have synergies for Dies triggers. Looks like they do have 1 mana left for something. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm going to keep up everything right now. Their little 1-drops don't scare me. They don't bother me. Yeah, we want to get rid of that thing though. Alright, there we go. We will, let's see. We'll kill that one. We'll kill the life linker. They're probably just going to demonic embrace the scorpion here. That's fine. Yep. And dead weight is very unfortunate. Alright. Let's get another blue out here so we can cast our borrower. I really like the animation for that guy. They're probably mad because I'm not trying to kill their stuff. I'm just trying to bounce it. Let's see. They don't have Hateful Eidolon out, so it won't trigger that. Let's see. Don't want to draw cards or kill the scorpion. Probably just kill it. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. See, when can they recur it from a grave? They have to pay 3 life and discard a card in order to repay that. It's a pretty steep cost. Alright, let's draw some cards here, see what we can find. Let's do it again. Still no Sprite Dragon, which is unfortunate. Oh, do I want to keep a blue mana up for miscast? Yes. And then I can also shock if I need to. Probably shock the Eidolon, actually. Yeah, they're looking at my mana like, oh, they still have one up. Oh yeah, we're going to get rid of him. Good to know that he has that up now, though. I probably won't attack with Borrower next turn. Okay, let's scry and draw a card. Nope, don't want to land. Cast Stormwing Entity. There's our Sprite Dragon and a shock. We'll keep both of those on top. No attacks. That way, whenever he flashes in Rankle, that returns to its hand. I don't want to kill it or return our creature to our hand. Then that will fizzle. We get to save our Stormwing Entity. They got Lurrus, who I can now kill. Now they're mad. I know he's mad. Alright. Shock is good. Sadly, if they cast Rankle this turn, they will have the mana to pay for miscast. I think, yeah. Oh no, Rankle's 4, so it depends on what they play here. I don't think they have a land. Sadly, that doesn't count as an instant or sorcery spell. Alright, let's see. If If I shock the opponent's face for 2, I will make this a 3. Yep, they're just dead on board. And they realized it. Cool. So, worked against a graveyard recursion deck pretty well. The deck that this has consistently not worked against is Dimir Rogues. That mill deck just kills it every time. Be interesting to try to get a matchup for that here. Kind of surprised I haven't had one actually. I tend to run into those every other game, at least. Okay. Quite a few lands, missing some spells, but we do have one draw spell here. This will let us scry. Oh, well, that didn't take very long. Sometimes I wonder what happens and why people do that. I wonder sometimes if people can actually see our deck somehow, see what they're up against, and they don't like it. They know it's not a good matchup for their deck, whatever the case might be, but they just quit. Or sometimes it's a bug in Arena, and other times people just have to be somewhere, I guess. Okay, this is pretty good. A lot of blue spells, but we can immediately opt to scry. Hopefully that will set up our next spell. Hopefully it's a Sprite Dragon. Or another opt would be fine too. Oh, my bad. Thought I was waiting on them. Stormwing Entity is okay. Yeah, we'll keep it. Okay. Might be up against an Azorius control type of deck. Maybe a Flyers deck. They don't have Yorion, which is good. Oh, Jeskai. Okay. Oh, don't kill it. Why are you looking at it? They have both their mana up, so they probably have a trick. Try to draw. At least this will put a Frantic Inventory in the graveyard, so that when we get one later, we'll have an extra card to draw off of it. Even if they kill the Sprite Dragon right now, have a few more in the deck. Hopefully they're closer to the top. Okay, Brazen Borrower, so they're kind of on the same sort of deck that we are. Maybe. Yep, they held up all 3 spells. So I'll just cast the dragon again. They'll probably counter it. No? That's surprising. I don't have any single red mana spells. Okay, they're gonna block it. That's fine, because it'll still kill their borrower. Can't just cast Dismissal and then unsubstantiate. They are tapped out, so they can't kill Riddle Form this turn. They'll probably keep up their mana for a counter. Yep. They even had to discard. So what did they discard? Realmcloak Giant. Okay, so either they have a whole lot of expensive CMCs in their hand, or they're holding up for a counterspell here. We'll try a shock since we have a plethora of mountains. Yeah, negate. So now we're gonna unsubstantiate their negate. They had a trick, but we had one too. The bad thing is that negate just stayed in their hand. If I do this, I can't unsubstantiate again, so I'll probably just scry here. Nah. That's the only Temple of Epiphany I have in the deck. But I don't want another slow land. Okay, so we can do it again with the shock. Try to get them to negate it, which I'm gonna let go through this time. Oh, they didn't negate it. Alright. Let's see what they do here. Fire Prophecy. Should we get rid of that, or should I cast Stormwing Entity? I mean, they could have another Fire Prophecy. This is just going to return it right back to their hand, so I'm going to let this one resolve. They only have 1 mana left open. Looks like they may have discarded their negate. Oh, they put it on the bottom of their library. That's interesting. Okay, this is going to allow us to scry. Royal Eruption is a little expensive. I'm going to keep 1 and bottom the second one. Hopefully with this frantic inventory, I'll be able to draw a dragon. Or another blue land would be good. Alright, so they're tapping out every turn in order to... Man, still no blue mana. This is going to draw a card. There's our dragon. They're tapping out every turn to deal with whatever we put on the board, so I'm not sure if they have any kind of threats of their own, or if they're just trying to build up to an Ugin here with all this mana. And... okay, there's a something. There's an Narset. That doesn't bother me. Alright, they only have 1 mana up. We're actually going to be able to kill Narset here.
You must change your ways.
Bye-bye, Narset.
Misjudged our communication.
Probably doesn't make him very happy. So they might have a Super Friends deck here or something. Yep. There's a fairy. Oh, it's even the showcase version. That's cool.
1,000 years, ideas like seconds are fleeting.
They will be able to phase out our Sprite Dragon if they want to. I don't think this works on Teferi, so play Riddle Form and see what they do. They let it resolve. Let's opt. Now, Riddle Form is going to be summoning 6, so I didn't really need to do that. I just want to see what they do. Alright. Now, I know that Teferi can phase out a creature, which is fine, but that puts them at only 1 loyalty, so they can't do it again next turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. That's a good one. Ooh, another Sprite Dragon. Perfect. Alright, they do have something else open with 2 mana. Either that or their Teferi is just triggering to see what they do. They can't -3 because he only has 1 loyalty. Let's see. Let's dismiss that. Gonna get counters on both of the sprites. We're gonna make Riddle Form a creature. Negate. That's fine. It'll still trigger everything.
seconds are fleeting.
So Riddle Form can kill Teferi this turn, then 7 going straight at the opponent. They probably have another Planeswalker here. Ooh, that's a good one. Sadly, I don't have any blue mana left. But they're down to 6, so if I can just get a couple of Royal Eruptions. Alright, that Fire Prophecy we need to get rid of. Do they have 3 mana open? No, they don't. Alright, so if they can't take care of our Sphinx, they're dead on board next turn. They're probably going to keep up all their mana for whatever counter spells they have in hand. Oh, I should have scryed there. That was a punt on my part for sure. Let's see what they do here. Scry before this guy leaves the battlefield. Don't want an island. We can just recast him. My dog is coming over to say hi. No, you don't understand why I'm talking to the computer, do you?
Humble your mind. There is always more to learn. Let me help you practice.
into quite a
Many
grindy
paths lie
game.
before me.
Alright. I can kick this actually. Kick it on Narset.
Alas, I return to my training.
Wow.
Whether friend or foe, stay breathe in. Exhale.
Should have done it to their face. Nothing here. They're just looking for an Ugin right now.
Many paths lie before me.
That's a good one. This is just a draw spell. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Now we're just gonna flood out. This was an interesting game though.
Now I will
What does
show
their
you
emblem
master
say?
skill.
Okay, so now they're going to try to kill us. And since Dream Trawler has lifelink, we're probably out of this game. Oh yeah, we're totally out of this game. I don't like quitting. Just because sometimes you never know, but I feel like they're building up to an Ugin somewhere in here. They've gone through half their deck. We've seen like 3 or 4 Narsets. Now we have a Realm Cloak Giant. Yeah, they've taken over the game. And we flooded out. Good game. Alright, so that was interesting. As you can see, the deck doesn't do very well when the game goes long. It wants to hurry up and win quickly and get out. So that was pretty good. Did decently for the first couple of games, and then the third game not too great, but hopefully you can see that you don't need all the rares and the mythics to be able to play well, to be able to win, to be able to move up the ranks. I'm going to keep experimenting with a couple of different builds, and maybe I'll find something else to add to it soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.